If you're into playing cards, it is very easy to get caught up chasing expensive decks, limited editions, and collector hype. But honestly, there's a ton of cool decks out there that don't cost a fortune. Today I'm going to be showing you 5 different playing cards under $15 that each bring something unique to the table. Some of these are classic, others are a little more artistic, and some of these are just really interesting pickups for the price. So quick note, I am going to be adding a little checkmark list right here that is like design, handling, and overall value. So let's just get straight into it. Starting off at number 5 is a Spinch spot deck by Spinch, and as you guys can see, this deck is really spotty. And these just came out, I think like last week on the 4th, so it is really brand new. And I will say that for the price, these are really cool. Right away you can tell this deck is very design focused, and it has this clean dot pattern with some soft gradients. It is printed by WJPC, so you know the handling is going to be good. So one thing I will say is that this deck is very unique. It doesn't have like the classic core cards like the bicycle decks, and the faces are really, I would say, unique as well. They tried something different with this deck and I kind of like it. Like the colors that they use for the faces really pop. So for the design, I am going to be giving this an 8.7, and for the feel and handling, I am going to give it a solid 9 because I really like how this deck feels. And for the overall value, I will give it a 9.2. And for around $13, this deck is really competitive with other brands because they are charging like 18 plus nowadays. And if you're trying to build a collection that kind of stands out and is unique, you can't go wrong with this deck. Let's move on to number 4. And at number 4, we have the Grateful Dead playing cards by Theory 11. And this deck is a giant color explosion, as you guys can tell from the tug box. This deck is really cool. It's one of my favorite from Theory 11. It has like really bright colors on the back of design. Theory 11 is known for having like some of the craziest like tug boxes, and then it falls off on the playing cards. Like on the back design, it becomes really plain. And that's why I like this deck so much, because when you look at the back design, it looks super nice. It's a colorful explosion in a good way. The back design is just chaotic mess, and I just think it's super nice. The faces, the jokers, everything is really amazing. And I think this is a really great pickup for the price. If you want something like higher end or looks premium for like a cheaper cost, this is a great pickup. For the design, I scored it at a 9.5. For the handling, it is a solid 9, and for the overall value, it's going to be a 9.3. If you want something bold and eye-catching, this is one of the stronger picks under $15. But if that's too loud, the next one is the complete opposite. So at number 3, we have the Roots playing cards by Room 1, and this is the Pine edition. There are 2 other versions called Teak and Wanda, and each version of the Roots series has a different like stock, and this is the Afflux stock. But what that means is that each deck has its own thickness. So this is a 290 thickness, the other one is 300, and the other one, the thinnest one, is 270. 300 is closer to like the bicycle feel. 270 is a really thin, and it's a little too thin for my liking. So this is kind of like in the middle. The tug box is really premium, and for the price that you're getting it is crazy value. Each edition of the Root series is gonna have a different back design. This is the back design for the Pine, and I like the borderless look that they gave, and it's just literally, it's just the little Room 1 logo everywhere, and it kind of reminds me of the B back design. And for the price, and it's really cheap, you are going to be sacrificing some customization on the face and core cards, and they're going to be using standard core cards, but I don't think that's a problem because that just gives it more versatility, and you can use it for magic tricks, game nights, and everything that you can think of. So for $8, the value you get for a playing card like this that isn't like bicycle and like these is really good. The scores, I am going to be giving it an 8.7 for the back design. For the feel, I am going to give this a 9 because I do like how this feels, and I just think it's like a perfect middle ground between the 300 and the 270. And for the value, this is going to be one of like the highest. I'm gonna give it like a 9.5 because for $8 you are getting an amazing deck. So if you want something that is expensive but isn't actually expensive, this is a great pick. Let's go on to number 2. And for the number 2 playing cards, it is gonna be the Awful Frank playing cards by Komaribe. I think I'm saying that right. I hope I'm saying that right. And yes, this deck is weird, and I know this deck isn't for everyone, but I do like how this looks. It was one of the first playing cards that I did get, and it's always like, I always been fond of the back design, and the faces and core cards have different colorways, so it's not like your standard playing cards. The stock feels nice, and it just feels like a good solid playing cards, and for $10 you can't beat that. For the design, I'll give it an 8. For the handling, I'll give it an 8.5, and for the overall value, I'll give it an 8.7. Again, this isn't for everyone, but if you want something unique in your collection, this is a great pick. On to the number 1 playing cards. And for the number 1 deck, it doesn't look like it is under $15. It is the missing base playing cards. And look at that shine. Damn, look how crazy that is. The tuck box on this one is just so crazy. It shines so much. And it does come in 3 sizes. It's 100%, which is the one I have right now, 93 and 87%. And Missing did this to combat that small hands problem that some people have, and that way those people can have decks that are kind of like match their hands, and it's a great way to get them into cardistry. This deck is $12, and for that price, it's super unique. Faces are standard, but the core cards have the little bit of that like crystal look on there. I'm pretty sure it's WJPC because it is made in PRC, and it is 300 GSM, so it's gonna be like similar to the bicycle stock. And these are linen finish with a like glossy varnish, so these feel really good. And for $12, you can't really beat that. This deck is one of my like highest recommended decks that I recommend to people just because it's flashy, it feels good, it's linen. I think linen is probably one of the best finishes, and it's one of my favorite finishes right now. It's just a really awesome deck, and this is number 1 overall choice right there. The design is gonna be a 9.3, the handling is gonna be 9, and the overall value is gonna be a 9.3. Those are 5 playing cards under $15 that are worth checking out. And we had the clean and minimal, bold and colorful, premium looking, unique, and just straight up flashy. And let me know in the comments down below which one you're going to be picking up. And if you want more videos like this, budget decks, reviews, and underrated finds, subscribe to the channel. Like this video if you liked the video, comment down below which one was your favorite, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. My name is Ivan Rome, and thank you for watching my video. Peace out.